What's up, world? Chill out, wait a couple minutes for a few people to get here. What's up, whoever's here? Catch some people in the chat, hopefully, in a second. Honeybee, what up? Good to have you. Doing all right. I'm just waiting on a few people to come in so I can start sharing some content and everything. How you been, Honeybee? So? I hope you start doing better than so, Honeybee. I pray for you. Midnight Blue, good evening. Hello. Let me mod you while you're in here so I know that it's the real you when you're here. We don't get no phony you. There you go. Cranky. I got you, Honeybee. I pray daily and nightly usually, so I will keep you in my prayers. Let's see. I know that's the real Cranky too, so let me save Cranky, then I know it's her. All right, we got a few people in here. In a second, I can start sharing some content and everything. Nah, you got it. That's what good people do for each other. Prayer to God is necessary anyway every day for me, so to pray for others is no hard task at all. You got it, Midnight. Danny, what's up, hon? How you doing? All right, let's get into a little clip real quick while we're waiting for a few more people. Oh, Maddie Marinera. I think that might be the first time I caught you in chat, bro, because I know that's the real Maddie, too. I could tell the way people talk and shit. Save you on there so nobody could come in as the fake Maddie talking any bullshit.
He doesn't always speak, but when he does, both hands are involved. His GPS only gives directions in loud hand gestures. His gym playlist is just audio recordings of his family arguing. His protein shakes are 50% whey, 50% gabagool. He was born holding a slice of pizza. He only dates women who remind him of his mother, and then cries when they act like her. He has a toothpick in his mouth, even though he hasn't eaten in 4 hours.
That shit is too funny. You could do that with the Cubans and Puerto Ricans too with the toothpicks, but hold up. My whole setup fell apart. What the hell did I do? My bad. Paps need gas money. I was trying to jump on that and mod him real quick before he ends up in here, and I get a fake him someday too. As soon as I do that, we'll get back to the most Italian man in the world.
His morning alarm is just his mother yelling that he's wasting his life. He believes putting pineapple on pizza is a war crime.
I too believe that putting pineapple on pizza is a war crime.
When he hears someone pronounce bruschetta incorrectly, a vein pops in his forehead. He uses olive oil both as moisturizer and cologne.
I don't know about cologne, but olive oil is the shit.
His name is Mario. His brother's name is Luigi. He calls his mom Mama, even at 47 while robbing a bank. He smells like cologne, cash, and someone else's wife. His Tinder profile says, "Must cook like my mother," even though he still lives with her. He believes a man should never cry unless Italy loses to France. He once ghosted a woman by driving past her house 14 times. He wears a gold chain heavier than most small children. He once killed a mafia boss with spaghetti. He is the most Italian man in the world.
I don't always drink, but when I do, it's whatever was left over from the wedding I wasn't invited to. Stay overly dramatic, my friends.
You gotta love those. All right, we did the most Italian man in the world. We'll go back over, check out the most Mexican man in the world, because I like that one too. Fucking hilarious.
He was born preparing guacamole. He complains about Americans while wearing an LA Dodgers hat and eating hot Cheetos. He can only speak Spanish unless you owe him money. He had a mustache before puberty and a kid before graduation. He once tunneled under the border, got bored halfway, and opened a taco stand. He's been deported 14 times, but hasn't left once. He served Coca-Cola at his brother's funeral, who died from diabetes. He protests being sent back to Mexico while waving a bigger Mexican flag than the embassy has. He fries beans, then for some reason, fries them again. He hates gringos until his daughter brings one home. Then
it's better than a Moreno.
It's better than a Moreno.
If anybody knows what that is, that's fucked up.
He doesn't smuggle drugs. He smuggles Tupperware full of Malay. He packs hot sauce for international flights, just in case the food is white. He spends 99% of a soccer match faking an injury. He mows everyone's yard,
except his
own. His cousin is always on his way, and has been for 3 years. He keeps his dog on the roof, and calls it security.
That shit had me dying. He keeps his dog on the roof, and calls it security.
His first words were, "No mames," and he hasn't stopped saying it since. He is the most Mexican man in the world.
Dos Equis? I don't drink that shit. I drink liters of pulque. Stay undocumented, my friends.
I drink liters of cocaine. Stay undocumented, my friends. All right, now that we got the most Italian man in the world and the most Mexican man in the world out the way, what's up, Yanks? Yankees for life, David James. They do love their Coca-Cola. They love their Coca, too. Their cocaine, perico, they like to call it, actually. I think cocaina, whatever the fuck it is, they call it more in Colombia, but in Mexico, they call it perico. My Brats one, what's up, my guy? I got some OG runts rolled up. What are you guys all up to tonight? Anything crazy that I've been missing? About to get into some other stuff in a second. I'm just getting this lit. Can everybody hear me okay and everything? Is all the audio good and all that? No. Thanks, Charlie. Cool. Thanks, Yanks. Thanks, Charlie. Thanks, Danny. I'm going to get into this this little history lesson too in a second. Talk about a battle I wanted to talk about, heroic battle fought by the Christians. We're going to go into the Battle of Malta. real quick tonight. Big win for the Crusaders.
When we think about strength, is it best defined as the power to crush your enemy, or is it resolve?
It's always resolve.
The resolve to stand when every force on earth demands you kneel. When fear demands you run. What kind of man still stands? Those very questions were answered long ago.
Those who believe Christ is king, those are the men who still stand.
As the
Montauk, my guy, God bless. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
last Crusader army on earth, the 500 Knights of St. John, defeated 40,000 Muslim soldiers of the Ottoman Empire.
I don't know if you just heard that, but the Battle of Malta was 500 knights of the Crusade against 40,000 Ottoman Muslims. Now, this was a very decisive battle, a very, in the end, very decisive. It was very much so game-changing, too. It's what stopped, basically, the Muslims from further encroaching on Europe at the time.
In 1565, 40,000 Ottoman soldiers sailed toward a barren rock in the center of the Mediterranean. Their goal was simple: to erase the last Crusader stronghold between North Africa and Europe. Banners of the crescent snapped in the wind, and below deck, the thunder of drums kept time with the oars. On board were the Sultan's finest Janissaries, men raised from birth to kill. But waiting for them on that rock, the island known as Malta, were 500 Knights of St. John and a few thousand Maltese peasants and volunteers.
God bless St. John and the Knights of St. John. Obviously, God already did bless them during this battle, but just to put it out there, God bless those men.
These knights were not ordinary men. The knights were Catholic warrior monks, bound by vows of poverty and chastity, but trained from boyhood in the art of warfare. They had fought in the Crusades, defended Christian pilgrims in the Holy Land, and shed the blood of bloodshedders on every shore of the Mediterranean. But when
I like the way you put that. Shed the blood of bloodshedders on every shore of the Mediterranean.
the Muslims took Jerusalem, they retreated to Rhodes. And when Rhodes fell, they retreated to Malta. For 2 centuries, they had been driven from every land they swore to defend. And now, there was nowhere left to fall back to. Malta was the end of the line, the last outpost of the Christian world. If Malta fell, there would be nothing left between the cross and the crescent, as Rome would be bound to fall. And although severely outnumbered, the men were ready, for the Pope called the Crusaders the shield of Christian nations.
Pope Pius IV, that's what he ended up naming these particular crusaders. He called them the shield of Christian nations, knowing that if people don't make it through, or if they make it through, the Christian nations are no longer shielded. And my Brats One, good to see you, bro.
Their Grand Master, Jean de Valle, a 70-year-old seasoned warrior, stood on the wall,
He was a gangster, no joke.
rosary in hand, and told his men, "A man of faith and courage will not yield, even when the whole world is against him." And the men stood ready, as the Ottoman Armada appeared like a storm cloud rolling over the...
Imagine being these 500 men in Malta, and you see this through the storm cloud, 40,000 men in these ships rolling up on you.
sea. The sound came...
You gotta have cojones and belief in God and a better place at the end if you fight for what you believe in at that point.
First, the drums, the chanting, and then the flash of cannon fire. The First to face the storm was Fort St. Elmo, guarding the mouth of Malta's Grand Harbor. The knights and the Maltese men stood against the full weight of the Ottoman siege, and the battles endured for days. For 28 days, they fought from the walls, repelling wave after wave of screaming Janissaries. When the last initial breach came, they met it head-on, fighting with broken swords and bare hands. Thousands from the Maltese militia died there, but with the Crusaders, they took 6,000 Ottomans with them and bought the rest of Malta time to...
So basically, the first siege, they took out 6,000 of the 40,000 Ottomans.
prepare. When St. Elmo finally fell, the Turks found only corpses and a cross. They crucified the bodies of the knights who had fallen, floated them across the harbor, and mocked the defenders on the opposite shore. Because this was not a polite war. It was a battle for the survival of Christianity itself.
Yeah, this was no joke, this battle Mob Rats won. This was a for real, ferocious battle, bro.
Through June and July, the island...
And I mean, everybody's heard of 300 to 300. This is another, like, legit historical record of 500 versus 40,000.
burned. The knights and defenders lived like ghosts, starving, wounded, their armor rusted and slick with blood. Yet every morning, they knelt and prayed the rosary. Every night, they rebuilt their shattered walls with their bare hands. When food ran out, they boiled leather for soup, and still, they did not yield. By August, the Ottomans were breaking. Tens of thousands had fallen. The summer heat had turned their camps into ovens. Disease and rot swept through the ranks. The stench of death carried on the wind.
So now this is months of a siege going, and the Christians are eating leather if they have to, while the Ottomans are losing it, and tens of thousands of them at this point have been wiped out.
And yet from across the harbor, the sound of singing rose from the Christian walls. The knights were chanting hymns, praising God as their enemies starved and faltered. Then, in September, came a miracle. The Christian relief force of Spanish and Italians, barely 6,000 men. De Vallet saw them and ordered his men to charge. The defenders, gaunt, bleeding, half dead, raced from the gates with a cry of, "For God and St. John." The Ottomans broke. What remained of the greatest army on earth turned and fled.
"For God and St. John," they screamed as they came out 500 strong against the rest of the Ottomans, and they fled because they finally had 6,000 Christians from Italy, France, other countries backing them up coming across that shore. Those Ottomans saw that, saw the 500 Christians say "For God" and "For St. John," and they turned coat.
But the cross still stood. Many of the knights still stood. 30,000 Ottomans lay dead on the rocks.
That's 3 out of every 4 Ottoman that showed up to beef with these 500 men laid dead.
News of this victory spread across Europe like wildfire, and bells rang from Rome to Paris. The Pope declared that Malta had been spared by the hand of God.
I mean, really, in the end, it is by the hand of God. If it wasn't for those men's belief in God and in Christ, they would have never weathered such a storm. But even if God didn't physically intercede, which he may have given them a few miracles.
Historians would call it one of the most decisive battles in world history. The moment the tide of Islam...
I'm pretty sure you know why we ain't allowed to get a movie about this, though. We just get the 300s where they make, like, gay Greeks and that dude who looked like Snuffleupagus that did the Judas shit and turned on him.
Islam stopped advancing into Europe, and the Christian world was...
Oh, Maureen Fickle, hello. Frickle, rather. Good to see you. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you Fickle. Lil Main Dabber, what's up? Let me add you real quick, Dabber, because I don't want any imposters in here.
given another century of light.
So because of those men in Malta, basically, Europe got another century of Christendom rather than Muslims taking over and pushing Allah, aka Hubal, aka Baal.
All right, welcome back, everybody. A couple quick announcements. Our first official newsletter has launched, written by our very talented contributing writer.
All right, I'm not going to go through the rest of that dude's video, but that was a good little summary on the Battle of Malta, so I figured I would share that and go over that because it was pretty quick, too. I found some other old video, too, about this dude, JT. I don't know what the deal is with this.
Jim Terry, a man operating a PI business in Mississippi, despite evidence that he doesn't do any investigating from there. To be fair, it doesn't really appear he does much investigating from anywhere.
This is 2 years old, actually. It says, did Jim Terry play for the Denver Broncos? And this dude says he doesn't seem to have been doing much investigating from anywhere.
Despite being paid to do so. I have some serious concerns about Jim's honesty and ethics, so I've created several videos about him. In each video, I will show a claim that Jim has
You know about this dude, Danny? Blue Bacon?
made, and then I will establish the reality of the situation. Claim he was
MRH, my dude, what's up? Oh, he's an actual PI. Okay. I don't know. I had this video on my thing, so I figured I'd share it with you guys in case it was something you didn't see. Claim Jim played for the Denver Broncos. Has anybody heard that one yet on the shows he does now?
with the Denver Broncos.
Okay, who's your team? Because I'm going to judge you.
Well, the team that I played, I was with the Denver Broncos.
Reality, he played football in high school, but didn't get the football scholarship that he wanted. So he attended Long Beach City College, Central State U, and Clark Atlanta U, where he was a kicker. After failing to be picked up by the NFL, he played for the Arena League. Apparently, after 2 years, he wasn't good enough for a contract because he told The Vindicator in 2001 that he is hoping to kick again next year in the AFL and has upcoming tryout sessions with the Memphis Explorers. And
each camp applicant should include his name, phone number, football position, and school attended. Much traveled, the son of Jim and Sue Terry, young Jim has been a determined, persevering, and much traveled football player. After his parents left Youngstown, Youngstown, Ohio, and moved to Florida when he was 8, he had attended West Elementary School. He returned to Youngstown his senior year in high school, specifically to play football for Don Bucci, it looks like, and to try to win a football scholarship at YSU to follow Jeff Wilkins as the Penguins' place kicker, Terry said. I'm just reading this in case he didn't. During his this screen's so small to me. I'm used to a big one. During his Mooney stay, he lived with his uncle, Gary. I'm not going to say Gary's last name because it's not necessary. At Boardman, all right, the first half of his senior year. Then with his aunt and uncle for the second half. But when his scholarship didn't materialize, he went to attend Long Beach City College, so like in the hood, Central State U, and Clark Atlanta U. Didn't he say he went to like HSBCUs or some shit? All right, whatever. I can't even bother reading any more of this. Let's just hear what they say.
the Wyoming Cavalry. Jim was the coach for the Mahoning Valley Hitmen, a team that only
Oh my God. What a hump name, the Mahoney Valley Hitmen.
existed for 4 games. And he did run
Wait, 4 games?
several training camps, which were described on the Kicking World Kicking Camps Facebook page as a bogus recruiting service.
Whoa, hold up. I'm just gonna pause that in case anybody wants to read that.
Where he gets high school or free agent kickers and punters to pay him money for a supposed representation of problems and placement into a school or pro team within 21 days.
So he's telling promising athletes and their parents that he can get them into a promising school or pros within 21 days.
Of course, nothing ever happens and you lose your money. Wow.
Of course.
Undeterred, I kept digging for any evidence that he played for the Denver Broncos, and I found this. An admission that he has a criminal record for writing himself bad checks. According to Jim, quote, I wrote checks myself because a promoter bounced checks to me. It was expunged from my record, end quote. And that appears to be an accurate statement.
Yeah, I don't know. So, what'd you say this guy's name was, Danny? Let me go back up into the thing. He's the actual Blue Bacon. All right, so this guy's name is Blue Bacon. This is something he did, I guess, a couple years ago. I just wanted to share some of it with you guys, see what you thought, if anybody was familiar with it. But what's everybody up to tonight? Anybody got anything good going on? Anybody else going live later that I don't know about, so I'm not cutting into anybody? Yeah, sports agent too, DJ, for sure. You should have sold used cars. I sold new and used cars for a little while at the end of my career, but
what is your food? You must.
This is the mayor of Brighton in the UK. He's a UK mayor who can't speak English. In the UK and Brighton, he became the mayor.
Look, what is your food? What is your body need? Your body.
Brighton's newly elected mayor, Mohammed from Bangladesh, is
Mohammed from Bangladesh. This is the new mayor.
raising eyebrows across the UK. Despite holding one of the highest offices in the city, he has one major challenge. He can hardly speak English. Yes, you heard that right. Brighton's new leader is struggling with the language of the very...
Thank you, Midnight Blue. I actually don't like it that much. It was just clean and ready to wear, and I was cold at the time, so I threw it on, but I appreciate that you like it.
Nation he now governs. For many residents, this is a shocking revelation. How can a mayor effectively lead a diverse city like Brighton without fluency in English? With this unexpected twist, some are wondering whether he can truly represent the needs of the community. But that's not all. In his first public address, Mohammed delivered an unusual message, telling people that health is far more important than material wealth. Without health, wealth means nothing.
Of Kubala loves.
Not that he's wrong about that. Sorry, that JT shit was playing still in the background. He scammed people in different ways surrounding football and coaching. He scammed people as a fake PI. He scammed people with sports betting, and now he's on YouTube and other places grifting. Danny, don't forget, I heard he did some gay relationship scams too. Yeah, Midnight Blue. You notice this isn't what was that one MRH lime green or what the fuck color green did he mint green? Who the fuck would wear a mint green jumpsuit? What the fuck? Gotta be a real. I don't even have words for it. Yeah, mint green. Who's the commie, David? Oh, you're talking about the dude in the UK, right? He is a commie, I'm sure. You guys have so many fucking commies and fakes in your government. It's disgusting. So many wolves in sheep's clothing. You know, there's actually a group whose their whole thing is being wolves in sheep's clothing openly. Hang on. All right, I found it. It's the Fabian Society. Hang on. You pull up this real quick. Oh, look at that. And it came right up with something about the UK too. Funny. Hi, is the kite putting it nicely, Dabber? I put my spliff out already. I could still hit a lot more of it. It was just some runts, but it wasn't burning that great. Probably because I tried to roll it as quick as I could. Rat Trap City, my guy. God bless. Good to see you. Way down there in hell. Made it all the way over on my show. That's what's up. I got to play this again real quick for Rat Trap City, actually. You might get a kick out of this. Where did it go? Did I delete it by accident? Nah. Here we go. Here you go, Rat Trap City.
He doesn't always speak, but when he does, both hands are involved. His GPS only gives directions in loud hand gestures. His gym playlist is just audio recordings of his family arguing. His protein shakes are 50% whey, 50% gabagool. He was born holding a slice of pizza. He only dates women who remind him of his mother, and then cries when they act.
Nah, man, Dabber, we're talking about something different. Mint green, like a mint green tracksuit, bro.
Like her.
Parts coming up soon that I'm sure Rat Trap City agrees with a few of them.
He has a toothpick in his mouth, even though he hasn't eaten in 4 hours. His morning alarm is just his mother yelling that he's wasting his life. He believes putting pineapple on
right here
pizza is a war crime. When he hears someone pronounce bruschetta incorrectly, a vein pops in his forehead. He uses olive oil both as moisturizer and cologne. His name is Mario. His brother's name is Luigi. He calls his mom Mama, even at 47 while robbing a bank. He smells like cologne, cash, and someone else's wife. His Tinder profile says, "Must cook like my mother," even though he still lives with her. He believes a man should never cry, unless Italy loses to France. He once ghosted a woman by driving past her house 14 times. He wears a gold chain heavier than most.
Much more lustrous, for sure.
Small children. He once killed a mafia boss with spaghetti. He is the most Italian man in the world.
I don't always drink, but when I do, it's whatever was left over from the wedding I wasn't invited to. Stay overly dramatic, my friends.
Smart to play that one for Rat Trap while he was in there. Ken Kniff from Connecticut. Call and collect. I hope that's the real Ken. I hope I didn't already mod you and yeah, you're doing the laughs that Ken does. I think it's you. How's everybody's night tonight? Everybody else doing all right? I know I had a few people earlier saying not too great. Hopefully we'll get some prayers in. They'll be doing better. Got Montauk live in the spot. All right, let me see. No problem, Ken. Make sure that there's no fake Kens from Connecticut in here. No, I knew it was him. That's why I added him. All right, so this is what I was trying to show before. Like in the UK, you guys literally have the Fabian Society, which is literally like their... Hang on, let me see if I can find like a picture of their emblem or something. They, they promote socialism in the United Kingdom, which is basically just the short way to communism, as we all know. Part of a series of progressivism, sure it is. Eugenics. I'm trying to find like their symbol. It's literally a wolf in sheep's clothing. Like, are they kidding me? Of course, though, this is Wikipedia, which probably really hides that a whole lot. The group that historically used wolf in sheep's clothing as its symbol is the Fabian Society. The symbol represented the organization's gradual and subtle approach to achieving its goals. The term has been used more broadly to describe other groups or entities perceived as deceptively harmless. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna skip all that bullshit. But basically, obviously, that group isn't harmless. Yeah, exactly. Eugenics, you said. Yep. Those hands are high-fiving, not praying. That's all right, bro. Hev MC, what's up? Everybody go check out Hev. She got her big channel back. If you didn't subscribe over on her big channel, she got her 37,000 sub channel back and her 2,000 or 3,000 sub channel back. So I'm sure she'll be doing a little bit of content over there. Hev does some good content. Mint green. How's a motherfucker only gonna wear mint green to funeral, not out to dinner with their significant other? I'm slow on occasion. Mint, I couldn't do it, bro. I couldn't believe when I saw that short on MRH's channel. That shit had me laughing my ass off. Oh, of course, Have. Actually, I should have shared your channel myself, but I got too much going on over here. I think my cat's trying to get in the room. My son's cat, I should say. He wanted the damn thing. I let him get it and bring it here. He's 24, but I let him bring his cat here. William Wallace. I think that might have mostly wrapped most of my show up. I got a couple other things. We did a little history stuff some people missed out on. I got a quick Red Pill Rooster we could rock out. Hold up.
Milk. All right, take out the garbage. You give me my money for my goat milk. All right, take out the garbage. Oh, Dios mío, don't take out the basura. I come with my basura trucko. Oh, no. Yes, you took my goat milk, and now you took my goat milk, and now you pay double. Not the basura. Oh, Dios mío. You should not have taken my leche.
Took my goat milk.
My goat leche. I milk the goat myself. And you take it from me, you say credit. Oh, no, please, no. Oh, I bring the basura trucko. No, not the basura trucko.
I bring the garbage truck.
You give me money for my goat leche or Carrington also unleashes hellfire over your puta casa de puta. Oh, no.
Your bitch house of bitches.
Not mi casa de puto. You watch the pornos instead of paying me my money. Sometimes I watch the pornos when I get stressed out. Please, Papa. Please, El Papa. No. El Papa does not become El Papa by taking shit from porno. Maricon. Oh, no, not the gay porno. It's the straight heterosexual porno. It's all homosexual. You're looking at...
It's all homosexual. Word, all porn is homosexual. You're cucking yourself.
At another dude's penis. All porno is gay porno.
Yeah.
You took my goat leche. Oh, but Papa, please, no. Carintenoso. Yes. Carintenoso. Get the basura trucko.
Get the basura
truck. Not the truck of garbage, please, no. Calendaroso. Release.
Pinche
Hellfire. Dios mío, no! Si, senor. Mi pornos! Mi precious pornos, no!
I guess they might still have these over on unauthorized.tv. That was a joint project between Owen Benjamin and one of his partners. I've been only finding this on like these small channels though that have like, 11 to 100 subs or whatever been re-uploading these. That's the only ones. Yeah, the one I just took that from, that 11 subs. I mean, I guess I'll share the dude's link to that in the chat because I showed it, but I know it's not his original content. Yeah, Honeybee Owen Benjamin does the voice for the Red Pill Rooster. So I showed the one for Antarctica trip the other night. It was pretty funny. We went through most of it, half of it. Yeah, he's a funny dude, Honeybee. He's been off about some things, but not most entertainers aren't right on everything, especially when they're trying to be like truthers or get to the truth, shit like that. But I remember they brought him on Joe Rogan's show one time and gave him like way too many weed gummies and shit. That dude Joey Diaz, and fucking he don't smoke weed, Owen. He's from like kind of like by me in New York, but Owen, he's not that type of dude. He don't smoke like that. So he got all fucked up and just walked off on the Joe Rogan Experience. It was bugging. Yeah, you remember that? Then he used to work with Steven Crowder for a while. He ended up out in all of Crowder's bullshit. Yeah, Joey Diaz is a fucking retard. I noticed that William Wallace, he thinks he's like some kind of gangster. He was in some gay gangster shit we saw the other day. Oh, it was when Rat Trap City played the what is it, the Saints in Newark or whatever. He was in that one. He was the dude who got shot in the head standing next to the car by the black guy, I think. Yeah, the Many Saints. That's what it was, William Wallace. You got it. I didn't know if anybody else was going live tonight, so I didn't want to go too long, and I would have opened it up to anybody if some people wanted to come up, but supposed to be Sicilian. Who? Joey Diaz? Last name Diaz? It's not all Sicilian. He might be a little Sidgy, though. I don't know. Looks more Cuban and fucking whatever. Fuck Diaz and fuck the fucking Diaz brothers. Oh, in the movie, okay. I used to love that. That was a good, anybody ever listen to the old Tony Touch mixtapes back in the day? Tony Toca from New York. Tony Touch had a bunch of joints back then. Used to do these mixtapes with Doo-Wop too, the Diaz brothers. Should play a quick song from a local dude from the town back in the day. All right, I think I got it here. Here we go. This is like 16 years ago. He put this out, I guess, when this song was hot. Back when Asher Roth dropped I Love College. I don't know if anybody remembers I Love College by Asher Roth from back in the day.
Going out like a subway.
I'm a retard.
Check it out. That party last night was awfully crazy.
I wish I made it, but I wasn't invited. I couldn't afford my tuition payment. MRE's been around. I seen him. He was in the hospital like last week, I think, but I think he's been all right since. I did a live with him a few days ago. Blue. This dude that's rapping right now actually used to be a member of a band called Coheed and Cambria. So some of you rock people might know of them. They were kind of big for a while.
Just like me, that's out of 3. Wake up at 10, get fired from my job and wish I was dead. I should have went to college. And I've been drinking to escape the sinking feeling that I'ma end up dead or drug dealing. I wish I went to college. I wish I could go back and get a higher education, but I can't get back to.
This is all Kingston, New York right here where it's filmed, and I could see it. The town I was born in, where that dude Sug says he's from or whatever, I guess.
Brain cells up in the racing, dead man walking, strolling the green mile. Though I'm still in my 20s, I swear I'm senile. I'm so forgetful, what's the next line? And I must have forgot my brain, cause they say I lost my mind. When I run making a beeline, like I stepped in a beehive and school left me behind. Steadily trying to rewind, try to go to college. Hanging out with scholars, I stay rough around the edges. I am so unpolished, and if men are from Mars and women are from Venus, and they throw us all to college to meet and spread diseases. I mean this, I've seen this on different scene lists. After a few shots, college pussies need penis. They deem this not ready for the dean's list. So if you're not in school, follow me, repeat this. Like, that party last night was
awfully crazy. I wish I'd made it.
Awfully crazy. I wish I'd made it. Wish I made it.
But I wasn't invited because I couldn't afford my tuition payment.
I wasn't invited because I can't afford my tuition payment. Drink my drink and smoke.
Oh, that was East Kingston with all them green ass trees.
My weed and my best friends are just like me. That's out of 3. Wake up at 10. Get fired from my job and wish I was dead. I should have went to college. And I've been drinking to escape the sinking feeling that I'ma end up dead or drug dealing. I wish I every time room hustler with his parents' credit card who tells everyone he's real like his favorite rap stars. Who claims his hustle is so hard, and on thirsty Thursdays buys rounds for the bar. Always trying to impress the ladies, cake stands, crush cans, acting totally crazy. Or the guys in the Argyle sweaters whose dad bought him a Benz, so any girl even better. But if she said no to him, she said yes. Between date rapes and chest bumps, he's never been rejected.
Yeah, his rap name, Honeybee, goes by Weird Science, like with just E's, WEEERD, Science. First time I ever heard of the dude, he was did a song with my friend Bobby Delicious, and I had heard the song. But then I guess he was in Coheed and Cambria, which is like a platinum band for years as the drummer, till he had some shit go down with them or whatever. I don't know. That's his personal life. But I only met the dude like twice. One time in the bar, I got him to hit some Salvia Dinvorium or some shit. But yeah, his rap music's all right. It ain't bad. It's on some like Mac Miller type shit for sure.
I don't know what that girl said, but if you ask me, it's her fault for passing out in my bed. Oh boy, douchebag, this is college ed. And at home is where girls with their boyfriends. Well, time's not wasted if you're getting wasted. But fuck it, who cares if mommy and daddy pay it? That party last night was awfully crazy. I wish I made it, but I wasn't invited, cause I can't afford my tuition payment. Drink my drink and smoke my weed, and my best friends are just like me. Pass out at 3, wake up at 10, get fired from my job and wish I was dead. I should've went to college, and I've been drinking to escape the sinking feeling that I'ma end up dead or drug dealing. I wish I went to college. They say to go to college is worthwhile, to get a good job and not fall asleep in the bread aisle. If I went to college and my parents aren't loaded, student loans pile up while I hang out and get loaded. If I want my own higher learning experience, I'll slip myself a roof and all in my ramen soup and fall down. Oops, got drunk and passed out, face up, and at the last second tried to get the vomit out my mouth. See, we're not that different, just you got a degree, and guess what? I didn't. In the end, we're not that different, just you got a degree and I didn't.
The old MySpace joint on there, that's how long ago that was. That's crazy. Let me share the link for the song. Oh, come on. Here, I'll share the link for that song in case anybody wants to hear it. I'll probably have to edit it out after the live stream anyway, because that always happens with music. I'm going to wrap it up in like 3 minutes, 55-minute live stream. Thank everybody, though, who hung out with me almost a lot of the time, at least. Appreciate everybody who keeps showing up. I know it's a small channel so far. We don't got a big pop in chat. Eventually, we'll get there, and we'll have more to talk about, and I'll have more things lined up. I just had a busy week, especially a busy day today, so I wasn't able to line up some content and have as much flushed out ideas for the show as I should. But eventually I'll get it all flushed out and have a tighter show to do when I do these live streams. I'm basically just doing it for fun anyway, and for the lulz, for my people, for all the good people out there that come in. And I appreciate every one of you. It's on YouTube. Did you know that? JFK. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe some other people end up going live tonight too. Anyway, it's still early, I guess, for some people. You never know. MRE be jumping on 2 a.m, stuff like that. Absolutely, Midnight Blue. Thank you. I appreciate every one of you. Thanks everybody who stopped in for the live tonight. And if anybody's live later, maybe I'll pop in and check out what you guys got going on. I made a big dinner for the family tonight. I did steak and baked potatoes and all that stuff, but I don't eat steak, so I had to make myself chicken sandwiches and fries I didn't get a chance to eat yet. So I'm gonna get off of here, go eat, and maybe come over and check some of y'all out or somebody else out over here. But God bless. Like I always say, Christ is King. Thank you all. Always appreciate all the support and love. God bless you all, and I will have every one of my prayers tonight. Have a good one, guys.